So it's that time of year, maybe you're starting to think about which wines to serve with Christmas lunch. I have to be honest, I'm definitely not at that stage. I haven't done any Christmas shopping, but for those of you who are organised, I thought I would jump on and share two whites, which I think would be a great match. But I've picked two wines from different ends of the price spectrum. We've got a sort of more value Chardonnay from the south of France, and then we've got the Old Vine Chenin Blanc from South Africa. Most importantly, these wines have a really great flavour profile and have good acidity. And that acidity is going to be really key to matching wines with your Christmas lunch, simply because there's so much flavour going on with the pigs in blankets, turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce. You're going to need a big enough wine that's going to cut through all of that. So let's start with the Mont Chardonnay, which is from Limoux in the south of France. The vines here are planted at altitude, which is really important because you've got all that intense Mediterranean sun really ripening the grapes during the day. Chardonnay is a grape that can be medium to high in acidity, but you need the vines to cool at night to retain some of that acidity and keep it fresh. And so the vineyards here really do that job well. And it's packed full of gorgeous stone fruit character. You can expect ripe peach, nectarine flavours, that fresh acidity, and a little tiny touch of oak aging just adds some extra character, some complexity, rather than too much oaky flavour. It's more sort of about the mouthfeel and the texture and the roundness on the finish. This is currently on offer at $9.95, so it's a really good shout for Christmas lunch. And then the second wine is fairly new to the Momentum Wines portfolio. It's the Warwick Estate Old Vine Chenin Blanc from South Africa. I'm a huge fan of Chenin Blanc. It's a grape that's naturally very high in acidity, which makes it a really great pairing with all sorts of food because the acidity is going to cut through the flavours really well, particularly on Christmas Day. Another thing I love about this wine particularly is the fact it's old vine. So when a vine ages, it tends to produce less fruit, but the fruit it does produce is just super concentrated and delicious. So the flavours are just intensified. You've got lots of green apple, you've got some stone fruit character, you've got some gorgeous dried herbs going on, which is very typical of Chenin Blanc. That all important acidity, and then some aging in some French oak, large French oak vat, should I say, has really helped balance out the wine, and it's wonderfully elegant. And this is $27.95. So this is really your splash out wine if you fancy treating yourself. If I'm honest, I'd probably have a bottle of both. Maybe start with the Warwick Estate, because I always like to start with the most expensive and then move on to the Mont Chardonnay. But both deliver so much at the price point. Highly recommended by myself, and I know the team at Momentum Wines too. So hopefully that just gives you a little bit of inspiration for Christmas Day.